tamkar da dubu Arewa Academy of Information Zaria.
Today we are going to look at fundamental of computer operation, in which the first thing a computer system does, we know, is called a booting. When we say booting class, booting can be defined as the process of starting the computer. Mind you, we do not call booting just the process of what? Switching on. When you are switching on a TV, you just press your power button. But we here as a computer students, let's know what are involved when computer is booting. Whenever a computer is booting, two things are involved. One, you are owning the power button, and two, the computer system is loading the operating system necessary files on the main memory, which are the BIOS. What is a BIOS class? So whenever we talk about a BIOS is a basic input-output system. This gives the computer system the ability to accept your data, process the data, and gives out what? An output. Which now brings us to types of booting. When we say types of booting, we have two types, which is the cool booting and the warm booting. When I say cool booting, this involves starting the computer system afresh from switch button. When we say starting afresh, if it involves you punching the power button, we refer that as what? A cool button. While the warm button is just the restarting of the computer system that has finished what? Booting. That's maybe, for example, immediately you finish booting, or you are working for a long time and the computer system is now a kind of malfunctioning. Most of us here, we normally refresh the computer system. We minimize all the programs and refresh. That particular action we just do is referred as what? As a warm button. Or we tell the computer system to restart it off itself and on itself. That is also what? A warm button. And we can say it like this. Let's take, for example, you want to cook rice. You start from what? From the first step. If you are using government rice, we here in Nigeria, you don't need to kind of remove any dirty. While if you are using Hausa rice, you have to do what the Hausa call assess and cheshi. So while you assess and cheshi, you have to wash it, then parboil it and do whatsoever. But when you want to double fire it, my guy, when I say double fire, it means the mami. What do? You just pour it on top of on the fire, you put it on the fire and do shagana duwama and somebody eat. Am I right? So that is what? A warm button. Why a cold button is where you are starting from the beginning. So now let's not forget about here. I said the computer undergoes, the computer will then go through the computer cycle of the post. When we say post class, what do we mean? Post is power on self-test. What do we mean by that? The computer system is power testing itself. When I say it is power testing itself, this means that the computer system will have to check the keyboard that are inserted. Are they working properly? The mouse, are they working properly? All the application, your date and time, are they set? Which brings me to this. When you are putting some computer system, you have to see, they have to tell you that press F1 to continue, F2 for setup. Why are they giving you those instructions? The BIOS is checking, the computer is booting at that particular interval. So while it is what is past testing itself, now it is making you, the user, be aware that your date or the battery is not what fully charged, or the date is not correct. When you press F1, you are telling the computer system that there is no problem. It can what? Continue like that. But if you press F2 for setup, then you can go and what? And reset your date. Or if it is a battery problem, it is going to ask you to press enter to continue. Or maybe unexpectedly, we here in Nigeria, we don't have constant electricity. So now maybe you are working and your computer system does not have a live battery. Then the computer will now off unexpectedly. When you are rebooting for the second time or next time you have electricity, this is going to tell you that the computer has encountered unexpected shutdown. That now, for you to continue, press on enter. Then it is going to boot what? Normally. So you can see all these things, we have to know them. So here we have steps involved in booting a computer system. Also here, keep on following us. We are having a practical session on how to connect our computer properly by the special grace of God by our next class. But before then, click on your notification button and your like button. One love, guys.